So it looks like the ship that's going to be getting a new variant is the Scorpius from RoboSpaceIndustries.com, and that's not really a surprise given how popular the ship has been. However, when Gladiator Games community staff asked us to guess what ship it could have been, I had among the Scorpius other guess, and so in this video I would like to talk about other Star Citizen ships that could benefit from a variant as well. Hey, it's Erad, and so today we are going to look at 5 Star Citizen ships that could use a variant because either the model is underused or because they could be a possible niche that could fill an existing void. And so the first ship that I think should get a variant in my opinion is the Gladiator, which is a light bomber from Envil Aerospace. It became flyable very early, even before the days of Alpha 2.0, and yet this is one of the rarest ships in the verse. You don't see anyone fly this ship because, as sympathetic as it might be, it's just outdated in every possible field. No one is using it to launch torpedoes during Geno threat events, for example. People use retaliators. No one is using it as a two-seater fighter. People use the Hurricane instead. And so I think that perhaps the Gladiator could be given a new role, or perhaps be given its intended role. After all, the ship is called the Gladiator Bomber, not the Gladiator Torpedo Boat. And so that is why I think it would make sense if we could see the Gladiator being equipped with some smaller size bombs, a little like with what is going to be happening with the Spirit A1 from Crusader Industries. As more planet-side content is delivered, I think that there would be a need for such crafts because ground vehicles are going to become more ubiquitous, and it would also be nice to offer some competition to the E1, as perhaps not everyone enjoys the sleek side of Crusader Industries ships, and there are some players like myself included who prefer a more rugged military looks for their ships. Okay, the next one I would like to talk about here is the Mantis. I really think the Mantis should benefit from at least one variant. I don't know about you guys, but I just love the looks of the Mantis. I think it's a really cool ship, and yet again, it's one of those ships that we rarely see. And I think that given its size, the Mantis could be given a functional interior, perhaps a cargo grid or via an elevator. It would be a nice little competitor to the Cutlass, something that does not exist right now in RSI's lineup. And just like the Cutlass has got the Police or Bounty Hunter variant, the Cutlass Blue, why not doing the same with the Mantis, which I think would be quite fitting given how its name evokes catching praise. Next, let's talk about the Mercury Star Runner. Right now, the MSR is quite a hybrid ship designed for data running and cargo, and I think that this hull could be carrying quite a lot more if all of that space dedicated to servers could be cleared, but for that it would need a redesign. I would push back the access point to the upper deck as far as possible and therefore free that space that the servers are taking. I think that the recreation area and the habitation areas are what makes the charm of the interior of the ship, so they've got to stay, and so does the little smuggling compartment. I think that the extra space that we would get from getting rid of the data area, we could easily increase the cargo capacity of the MSR to up to 150 SCU, which would make it on par with the Freelancer Max that we are giving away on Discord, by the way. More info at the end of this video. In addition, the new variant could also benefit from one feature that has been heavily requested by Star Citizen fans: an additional entry point closer to the cockpit. If Gladiator Games could make this happen, we could truly have a winner here. Next, I think that a great ship that could benefit from a new variant is the 300 series. I know that this might sound strange, but hear me out. We are right now given more and more gameplay like Germtown, in which we have to extract lucrative cargo from very dangerous areas. The 300 series is a fast ship that is not easy to hit, and it would be a perfect vessel for small smuggling operations, like for example the transportation of a couple of SCUs of Widows or Maid, or the Jumptown boxes. Now get rid of as much of the interior as possible, basically just leave the cockpit, and you will have a nice little 335C, which would need little hull adjustment to fit those SCU containers, but it would make sense, and I can see this ship not only being popular with people trying their luck at Jumptown, but also NPCs, because don't we all get tired of killing the same Mustangs when we're trying to grind the bounty hunting reputation? Finally, The last ship that I think could benefit from a variant is the Corsair. I think the Corsair is a wonderful all-rounder. It truly is a cutlass, but of the class above, a worthy competitor to the Constellation series. I wasn't really sure originally, but I ended up flying it very often in 3.18 PTU, almost as much as my dear Cutlass Black. However, there is something that would make the Corsair a must-have for any solo player out there, and that would be a medical bay. I would love to have a Corsair Red with a tier 2 bed that would allow us to respawn. It would be so practical when doing bunker missions instead of having to wait to be revived by someone who's still on the other side of the standard system, or to respawn at the station or landing zone. I know that this variant will make the Corsair even more OP than it currently is, so maybe we could remove a turret just like in the Cutlass, or maybe a pair of guns. I mean, the pilot doesn't need to command 6 laser repeaters after all, so just 4 would do. But with a medical base similar to the one found in the Karak, it will be a wonderful little flying base that I know Clan Imperial Games would make a lot of money from. So there you have it, guys. 5 ships that I believe could benefit from a variant, but let me know in the comment section down below what ship would you like to see benefit from a variant. Share your thoughts in the comment section down below and subscribe to the channel to be in a chance to win an Envil Centurion. We also have a free answer max that we are giving away on Discord, so to join in you can either be part of our video sharing contest or you can help the channel on Patreon or via the YouTube membership program. You can simply enter your name there. That is all for today. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. Shout out to Dr. Fabin, Zero Crusher and Wolfpipe Pug. I've been Erad and I will see you guys later.